banking. Who it's for, who it's not for, how's it work, and how do you get started? Well, let's talk about it. Infinite banking is a simple strategy or financial tool. Okay? It is a financial tool for you and your family to gain control of your finances and to get a little bit of freedom. Okay? So basically you can go from financial chaos to calm. That's what infinite banking is. So let's talk about who it's for. Okay? Who it's for? It's for all families, okay? Whether you have a lot of debt or if you don't have any debt. It's basically for all families who are tired of being on the payment treadmill and they want a simple debt to wealth system. That's who it's for, okay? So number one is for families. All families, any budget, any for any budget, any age, any circumstance. It's for all families. So that's the first thing that it's for, okay? It's also for homeowners. How many homeowners are out there? Drop me in the comments if you're a homeowner. So for homeowners, it is simply if you want to accelerate your mortgage and get out of the month-to-month mortgage payments for 30 years, okay? Without draining your savings, without exhausting yourself. You can get out of your mortgage in a third of the time, 10 years or less. And that's for new mortgages. That's for seasoned mortgages. Anybody with a mortgage, it is for you. Okay? So that's number two. Number three is for business owners. Okay? Number three, business owners. So if you need inventory, you short and you need inventory, you want to invest, you need equipment, payroll running behind. Excuse me. You have payroll coming up, but you're not prepared. Guess what? It's for you. Infinite banking. You can borrow from yourself. These are all things that you can do when you have your own private funding source. So that was number three, is for business owners. Number four, high earners. So my high earners, consultants, real estate investors, high earners, athletes, those type of that crowd. It's for you too. It's for high earners who want to borrow from yourself and build your own family legacy and protect some of the money that you're earning, and you can use a tool and pay yourself, become your own bank, borrow from yourself, get the interest. It's for you too. It's definitely for high earners. Okay, in any field, high earner business owners, high earner consultants, high earner athletes, high earner real estate investors, and luxury real estate agents, high earners who are 1099s. You might own a restaurant. All that is for you too. Okay, it's for parents. It's also for parents. Parents who are planning for their children to go to college, parents who are planning to help their children with life events such as getting married, buying a home, buying their first home, help them with a car, any kind of opportunity or first time expense is for parents as well. Okay, and then the last thing is for anybody who just wants a safe, liquid way to save money and become their own bank and gain control of their finances. Because nowadays, too many people are in financial chaos. And this is a perfect way to basically take the money and the interest from the banks and the big institutions who keep us a slave to debt and put it back into the hands of the people one by one. My new slogan is I'm going to help every family one by one till the job is done. That's my new slogan. Also, remember, it's not for you. It's for them. It's for your loved ones. Life insurance is not for you because you won't cash out on it, but your family and people that you leave behind need to use it at some point. We all have that day. It's coming and it's guaranteed to be used. But the problem with it is that once it's needed, it's always too late. That's the thing. A lot of times we wait till it's too late. Once you need it, it's too late. There's nothing that can be done about it. So that's who infinite banking is for. So let's talk about who it's not for, because I get a lot of calls and we do consultations And it's not for anyone who's looking to get rich quick. Okay, infinite banking is not a get rich quick solution. It's not for that. It's not for somebody who wants to put the money in 1 month and then next month I'm my own bank and I'm gonna go buy a luxury real estate building, commercial building for $100 million. It's not that, because it's built off your contribution, your deposits into your premium that you're going to invest with the insurer. So I get that a lot. Like, how soon can I use the money? So realistically, 6 to 18 months, depending on how much you're putting in there. You can, and a lot of questions also that I get, is that do I need to top load it and front load it? No, you don't. You start it with your premium that you work out when you meet with a specialist like myself or someone from my team. You pay your premium, and it's a monthly premium. The key to this infinite banking is consistency. You have to be consistent, and you have to set and select a realistic plan that is realistic for you and your family. That's the key that you can keep up with. It has to be based of 20% of your savings capacity, not 20% of your total income. It has to be comfortable. You want to make it fun, like, wow, look at my money's growing, it's compounding, and I'm ready to start knocking these debts out. You borrow the money from your policy and you start paying off your debts one by one. That's how you do it. So there is a difference between a withdrawal and a loan. You're going to take a loan from the insurer against your participating whole life policy with paid up additions. Okay, you're going to set that policy for a higher cash value. You're going to set it up with cash value in mind, not a high death benefit. Okay, because you want to get that interest. You want to accumulate that interest, and you're going to want to start building that up 6 to 18 months, and then you're going to make a withdrawal against your policy, not a loan, not a withdrawal, because withdrawals are considered income. Okay, but loans are tax deferred, so there is a tax advantage to becoming your own bank. There is a tax advantage for retirement income and also emergency funds, anything you can think of, bridge loans. You just got laid off. You don't have a lot of savings in your bank. You don't have 3 to 6 months of living conditions and rainy day fund, because a lot of people don't. That's just the reality of the world we live in today. A lot of people don't. So guess what? You can go into your infinite bank, make a withdrawal, and take a loan, like a bridge loan, to float you. It kind of works like cash flow, and it's tax-free cash flow. That's the good thing about it. So it helps you. What infinite banking does is helps you escape all the debt traps of scrambling and panicking and the chaos of not being financially free or even sound, or not even being financially sound with your money. And so many people are in that debt trap. Like, what is the main reason why you go to work every day, whether you're sick, whether it's snowing outside, whether the moon didn't show up and the earth stopped spinning? People still go to work. They're going to be thinking about their job because they know, man, I got all these payments. My kids need food. My oldest daughter's in college. She's going to USC. It's expensive. She's taking loans and I'm helping her. We barely getting by. So that's why people go to work. But what infinite banking does is it gives you back control. It gives you peace of mind. It gives you freedom, and you're in control. Not the banks, not your job. How many people feel like their job has been very disrespectful, or your boss is very disrespectful and getting more out of you? You're doing more than what you're getting paid for. You're doing 3 or 4 jobs for the pay of one, right? But you have to keep going. Why do you have to go? Because you have to pay and live. It costs money to live here on Earth. There's everything paid, from rent, food, debt, everything. And that's the biggest issue that we have nowadays. So what infinite banking does is it helps you reclaim your peace of mind. It's basically a quiet revolution. It's not a lot of people know about it because it's a well kept secret, that's for sure. Some of the richest people on earth have used it. Warren Buffett, Walt Disney. Believe it or not, Walt Disney funded Disney World with, the whole Disney movement. He funded it with his own infinite banking. He did most of it on his own. So it's a powerful, powerful tool. So how does it work? How does infinite banking work? Well, first of all, you have to fund your policy, right? You fund your policy, you grow your cash, you borrow against it, and then you pay yourself back, and then you rinse and repeat. That's the basic functions of infinite banking. Okay, so you grow you fund your policy. You have to get started. So you fund it. Okay, you grow it. Let your interest compound. You borrow against it. You pay yourself back, and you rinse and repeat until all your debts are gone. Most people, there's two popular methods that most people use. It's the snowball effect and it's the avalanche effect. The snowball effect is when you take the smallest debt and you start with that, you knock it out, and then you move to the next smallest debt, and you just keep going up the ladder till you knock them all out, including your mortgage. Okay, so that's the snowball effect. So the avalanche effect is you take the highest interest debt. So if you have a credit card with 30% interest and that's your highest interest debt, you knock that one out. Then you repay yourself, keep making the payments into your infinite banking, let the money compound. And when you have enough for the second debt, which was the next highest one, right underneath the highest, you pay it off. Okay? So it's like a ladder going down all the way to the lowest interest debt. That's how you do that. So those are the two popular methods, is the snowball and avalanche. And you don't have to really occupy your mind with all that. When you meet with a specialist like myself or someone from my team, we will go through all the numbers and run the software and get you the best scenario for your family. It'll be built for your budget, strictly for your family. Excuse me. That's the infinite banking concept. Okay, so basically, just understand that it's your money, so you should be able to play by your rules, right? If just like your house, I can't come into your house and set the rules for you. It's your house, your rules. So it's your money, your rules. Don't let the bank set the rules for you and your money. Don't let the bank give you an interest rate, because with the bank, you an interest rate, they're gonna tell you what the terms are to pay it off. You're gonna have to qualify for it too. So they're gonna want to run your credit and see a certain score. There's a lot of different things that that they're gonna want to do. They're not, it's not like just borrowing the money from yourself. So an IBC policy, which is infinite banking, becoming your own private bank, the policy basically becomes useful. It depends on what you're setting the policy up for one thing. Okay, it also depends on how much you're putting into your policy monthly, and it depends on what you're trying to accomplish with your policy. But I tell everybody, it's not a get rich quick scheme, and it's basically going to take you 6 to 18 months, depending on how much you're investing, for it to become useful for you and become powerful, where you're compounding interest. Okay, but your money is available for you within 5 days of your deposit. It's your money. The insurer is not trying to hold your money or keep your money hostage. It's for you. It's your money. Okay, you can do with it as you need, but I always recommend, do not overloan on your policy. Okay, it defeats the purpose. It should be for getting out of debt. It's for people who are seriously looking to deploy a debt to wealth system. That's what it is. It is a system that is built on steady and consistent growth. Okay, it is not for people. Excuse me. It is not for people who want to get rich quick. It's not for people who cannot be consistent in making their payments. Okay, and it's not for people who lack discipline and will not see it through the end. You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent with your payments, and that's the main thing. Okay, that's the main thing that you need to understand when you set up your infinite bank. It is a system that is built on consistent growth. Okay, and it is a financial tool and strategy for your family to gain control, to get peace of mind, to enter that freedom that you know breaks the chains and the debt and the stress of all the bills, all the payments. It's like staying up at night, scribbling on the paper, like what you got in the bank, plus, this bill. And if I wait and pay this one, I can call and defer this one, and da 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 da. It gets you away from that. You become in control of your finances, and it is powerful, and it is here to stay. It's here for you. It's here for your family. And I am helping families, and I'm bringing this message to you because it's what you need. It's what everybody needs. And the banks don't want you to know. A lot of financial institutions don't want you to know. Mortgage lenders, they definitely don't want you to know. They don't want you to pay off that house and then never need them again for a loan or an investment. They want you to go to them for investments. So what it does is it breaks those chains. It breaks the chains, okay, of debt, of being a slave to debt, okay? And a very wise man once told me that, excuse me, money doesn't make a good master, but it makes a good slave. You don't want to be a slave to money. You want to be a master to your money or of your money. So this is what infinite banking does. It helps you gain control of your money. It makes your money do 2 jobs, up to 3 jobs at once. It's compounding, it's paying off debt, and it's tax deferred. Okay? And you recapture your interest. So that's 4 jobs. You're recapturing the interest instead of giving it to the bank. So you're taking the money right out of the bank's hands, putting it right back in your bank. Okay? So infinite banking is also a wonderful tool for tax-free retirement. Okay? You can use it in your retirement, and it's tax deferred because it's a loan. You take a loan against your policy. So it is absolutely a good tool for tax deferred income in your retirement. It is a wonderful tool for new opportunities. And when I say new opportunities, I mean investments, vacations, if that's what you want to do with it, weddings, if you're planning a wedding for you or one of your siblings, or one of your children, anything like that. It's good for that as well. It's good for new opportunities like investments. If let's just say you found a house that you want to flip, you got a business partner, you guys need to come up with 20 grand each, but you don't have it in your checking account. But guess what? Your infinite bank has over 100 grand in it. Well, guess what you do? You take a loan against your infinite banking insurance policy, which is a whole life insurance policy, and you deposit that money, and you complete your investment and count your win. That's what you do, right? And you never had to qualify. But I will say there is a medical qualification. Let me make sure when I say you don't have to qualify, you don't have to qualify financially. It works for any budget, any amount of money. And the good thing is that it comes with a death benefit. So what does that mean? What do I mean it comes with a death benefit? Well, it is the whole concept of this infinite banking debt-free life is based off of life insurance. So there is a whole life insurance policy that is involved with setting up your own infinite bank, your private banking source. There is a whole life insurance policy, participating whole life, and it has paid up additions. So if you had an untimely passing, then your family will get that death benefit, and they could pay off the house, so that, or whatever bills and debt you have that you were working on paying, you'll get that death benefit, and it's paid off. So you can't. It's a win-win, right? Because you're paying off your debt, and you have that death benefit in case something happens, untimely, unfortunate passing. Then your family, your spouse, your children, your mom, your uncle, your aunt, whoever is your beneficiary, they will get that. They will get that death benefit and be able to finish paying the bills and grieve you properly and get out of debt. That's the key, right? That's the key. That's why I say life insurance is not for you, it's for them, it's for your family. Of course, your infinite bank is for you, but if something happens to you, the payout and everything that goes to your family, because it takes a lot of love and wisdom to you have to care about somebody to figure out their future when you're not gone. So that's what life insurance does. Life insurance is love. It's an active force of love. It's love working for your family when you're not around. And a lot of people don't think of it. Some people do, but that's my job. I'm here to help you guys see the importance of life insurance in general and taking control of your finances. There is a win-win when you take control of your finances for yourself and your family. It's just that you can't lose, right? You can turn your stress and your worry into strength, and that's what infinite banking does. Okay, because we all know the stress of constant financial. How does it feel to be constantly in financial worry every day? You wake up, I owe someone. Every day, I owe somebody, and you have no plan to get out of it. But you have to keep going because you owe, and your family depends on you. So the best way to break those chains is to have a way out, and you need a debt to wealth strategy. It's something that you need to have a professional help you set up, and it doesn't take very long. So how do you get started? Like, what do I need to do? Like, how do I even get started? First thing you need to do is pick a professional that can help you, and you need to pick a top tier mutual carrier, somebody who can really help you. Okay. Then you need to be consistent, excuse me, consistent with funding your policy. You need to be consistent with that. You need to, and you need to definitely work with a professional. You need to be consistent with funding your policy, and you need to pick a premium that you can maintain. The key is consistency here. Now there are flexible terms to be in your own bank and having this type of policy set up for you. Okay, there are flexible terms, but that is only when life happens and you're short and you absolutely can't make your premium. Then you will make the bottom line minimum payment, and what that does is keeps the life insurance policy portion of it active. Okay, because life happens. We lose our jobs. Things happen. Uncertain bills and emergencies happen, and also it's also good for that, like for emergency funds. They say the average American family can't even withstand a $500 emergency expense to the household. If that happens, like 90% of America can't figure out how to come up with $500. That's a staggering number. That's very disturbing, actually, because $500 is not really a big emergency. So for a lot of families to not be able to cover a $500 expense, and for that to knock the whole family off their square and off their plan, that's pretty dangerous, actually. To if you really think about that number, that's pretty dangerous to live that tight to where $500 throws you out for your game. But with infinite banking, you begin to take control. You start to build a legacy, and it's a legacy of peace, and it's a legacy of control, right? And it changes everything. Like when you're in control, it changes everything. When you're able to think, when you have calm and your peace, and when you and your spouse can get along, and you're able to be there for your children, it's financial stability is so much better than financial chaos. Okay, financial stability is so much better than financial chaos. Oh, needed some water there. because when you're stable, you don't have any more sleepless nights. And when you have sleepless nights, your health is affected as well. But so what are the main things that you need to do if you want to become your own bank? For one thing, you have to qualify medically. When I say qualify medically, they will the insurer or the carrier will require a blood draw. They require, they're going to take your weight. They're going to see how tall you are, basic things like that, urine sample, and, basic medical exam. So you do have to qualify medically. They're going to want to draw your blood to make sure you don't have any underlying risk, major risk. They're not looking for every little thing because I have diabetes and I'm over the age of 50. So, and I qualify for insurance. So they're looking for major terminal illnesses and different things like that that will disqualify you for coverage. Okay. So you do have to qualify medically. There is no financial qualification. The only thing is to be consistent with your premiums. Make sure your premiums go through sufficiently every month, okay, and be consistent, and allow it time to grow. Allow 6 months to 18 months, maybe even 2 years, depending on how much you're putting into your infinite bank every month to see your way out and to start seeing the control and the compounding of the money. And it's not just for debt. It's just for people who want to use it to gain control. It's for people who want to use it to gain control. For people who want to just get rid of the everyday credit card swipes and loans and borrowing from banks and the whole trap, the credit trap, the that's what keeps us running in a circle too, the hamster wheel. The credit trap. Oh, if I don't get out here and hustle and make some money to pay these bills, my credit's gonna go. We all know it's hard to live an adult life here in the United States without credit. It's hard to live an adult life without credit, without credit cards. They make it almost impossible just to even rent a car, which you have to go through to rent a car with like your debit card versus a credit card. It's ridiculous. So it's very hard to live your life without credit here, especially here in the United States. So that's another way they keep you trapped. You're trying to keep up with your credit, with your bills, different things like that. And at the end of the day, when you gain control of your finances, you go from just thriving, from surviving, to thriving. And that's the key. A lot of us are just out here surviving. We're not even living. We wake up, we work, we eat, we go to bed. We wake up, we work, we eat, we go to bed. And the only way to break the cycle is to do something different, that's intelligent and smart, and that works for you and your money, your interests, and not a bank. That is the best way to do that. Okay, so let's talk about again what is infinite banking. So infinite banking, it's a cash flow system. Okay, it lets you properly use your cash for your interests, for your new opportunities on your terms too, and you repay on your terms, on your schedule. Okay, and there's many different carriers you can use to do this, but that's the job of the insurance agent or the professional that you hire to take care of this for you. So that's my job, or someone from my team. That's our job to compare and get you the rates that you need, and go through. We'll go through and walk you through a system that works for you. We'll walk you directly through. We'll find all the lazy dollars. We'll find all the leaks where the money's being wasted. We'll get you going. We'll find all your overpayments, things that you are paying off faster, like credit cards and your car note and whatever extra you're putting on your mortgage, and we'll put that towards your infinite bank. And you'll see that money compound. It becomes like a savings account on steroids. That's basically how I like to explain it. It becomes like a savings account on steroids. Okay, and it's powerful. It's powerful for everyone because it's consolidation with a little bit of discipline. It's It's one payment, less chaos, and it gets you out of the rat race. It gets you out of that everyday um, rat race of credit and applications and trying to apply for credit and getting shot down and not qualifying, missing opportunities, because some opportunities are once in a lifetime, right? But if you have your own bank and you can get your own money, then how can you go wrong, right? So that's pretty much that's the meat of infinite banking. It's basically control and access. Okay, you control the terms and you have access to the money. It's tax advantaged. Okay, it's stable growth and it's asset protection and it's legacy building, all in one. Okay, that's what it is. It's tax free retirement income. It's a quiet, well kept strategy that I'm going to help people every day, um, you know, beat the system and get out of the rat race. We're already doing it. I'm excited that I was able to help one personal friend of mine who was in his early 60s knock out 28 years of debt. We took him from paying another 28 years on his house and credit cards to now he's going to be paying like, I believe it's 9 or 10 years on his mortgage and all his credit cards. So in 10 years, he'll be completely debt free and be able to enjoy his retirement without worrying about paying bills or having some part-time job to help, cash flow income. He'll be able to truly enjoy his retirement. Okay. This is for people of any age. Up, you got to be 18. You got to be at least 18, and up to, I believe, 80. I want to say 85 or 84. Those are the age ranges between 18 and 84. You can have as many policies as you want, as you can consistently fund. You can have one. Your wife can have one. Your kids can have one. I mentioned earlier in the video that my sons are getting set up. They already have IULs, permanent life insurance. So now we're getting set up. They're going to become their own bank as well. And it's for them to fund their future. They're interested in they want to open up some car washes and some different things, laundromats, different things like that, do some real estate investments. And instead of having to go to the bank and, try to qualify for a loan, they're going to do it themselves. They're going to become their own bank, pay themselves back, and enjoy those opportunities. And I mean, imagine though, like you're in control. Like you don't have to think, well, I'm going to try to get this real estate property, this investment property, and you're going to do it. You go to your bank, which is the bank of you, and you go and make that loan, pull that tax deferred loan, and you go make that investment and you go buy that house, and it's on your terms. Okay, you can have it. You can have an infinite banking set up for like I said, as long as your child is over 18, you can set them up and get them going. So when they get out on their own, guess what? They got money. They have a real system now. They have a system that works for them. Okay. And again, how does it work? It's simple. It's a simple 4-step process. Fund the policy. Okay. Number one, fund it, grow the liquidity, borrow against it, and repay yourself. Those are the 4 steps. Okay. And then rinse and repeat. That's infinite banking. Okay, so it's a cash flow system. Infinite banking is a cash flow system that lets you use your cash if it's properly designed with a whole life insurance policy. That's what it is. Okay, and it lets you become your own bank through life insurance, and it comes with a death benefit if, unfortunately, you have an untimely passing due to chance and unforeseen occurrences. It befalls all of us. We live in the world, so we live in the world with real circumstances and real issues. And if that happens, you do have a death benefit that will take your family, that will help with the debt. You can have it set up, to pay off your debt, get your mortgage paid off, and that can go directly to your spouse or your children, whoever is your beneficiary. And it's a wonderful tool. It's a wonderful strategy. I'm looking forward to helping as many people as I can. I'm so I'm so grateful for the families that I've been able to help and serve and get this done. And we're not going to stop until I said, what's the new slogan now? Helping each family one by one till the entire job is done. And I'm committed to that. I mean that. That's something that I'm going to do, and it's something that's going to help everybody. So let's review who infinite banking is for again, really quick. So it's for families, okay? It's for families that's tired of being on that debt treadmill and that hamster wheel, and they're looking for a real debt to wealth system. Okay? It's for business owners, it's for high earners, it's for real estate investors, it's for everybody. It's for so many different people, all ages, 18 to 85. Okay, there is a all families, whether you're rich, poor, tight budget, whatever you can afford, you can become your own bank. It's for everyone. Okay, so that's who it's for. It's for high earners. It's for real estate investors. It's for business owners, parents looking to help their children go to college. It's for everyone. It's wonderful. It made me lose words for there really quick. I said it's for everyone, and I'm excited about it. It's something real that's helping many families all across America. We're helping them get out of debt, take control, take charge, and be accountable for your family's future. That's very important for you to take charge and be accountable for your family's future. That is the big thing that I would like to help many people do. Okay, so let's talk about who it's not for again. So basically, it's not for anyone that's looking to get rich quick. It's not for you. If you're looking to start this and become a bank by tomorrow, then this is not for you. Okay, realistically, this is a 6 to 18 month growth. It's for consistent growth. Okay, if you don't need to front load it, you don't need to come in with. There's no minimums. All you need to deposit 100,000 or 10,000 to become your own bank. You just need to pick a realistic premium, and you need to pay it consistently. It's also, not for people who lack discipline and can't make regular payments. It's not for you. If you're not going to be that diligent person who's going to be disciplined and consistent, then it's definitely not for you. It's for the people who are going to be consistent, make the payments, and commit to getting out of debt. It's for those who really want to get out of debt and change their situation. That's who it's for. So, you know, it's what does it take basically? What does it take? What is it going to take to become your own bank? Well, proper design. It's going to take proper design. That's when you hire a specialist like myself or someone from my team. So that's one thing that it takes, proper design. Guess what else it takes? Commitment. We've covered that. It's going to take some commitment um, from you. You're going to have to be consistent with your payment. You're going to have to make up your mind and really be tired of waking up owing somebody every day and not having a plan or no strategy. So that's going to take commitment from you. It's going to take consistency. It's going to take you not over borrowing and you being accountable and being responsible for the way you handle and manage your policy. And again, that's why you hire a professional, because we help you all the way. We help you from the time you started till you start paying off your first debt, everything. We help you step by step. It's a relationship. It's not okay, they funded it, we're done, we get a commission, we're done. It's definitely not that. It is a teamwork, step by step development and revolution for you and your family. That's what it is. Okay, so make sure you always coordinate with a professional. Don't go about it on your own, and that you can handle it on your own, or I can do this on my own, because you need a professional to run the numbers for you so that it stays within the terms of the IRS as far as not becoming a MEC, which is a modified endowment contract, because then you cross the line of the tax advantages and different things. So you definitely need a professional to set this up for you. And that's why we're here. So if you would like to schedule a time to come in to meet with me and talk to me or my team, grab the link at the bottom of the screen, and we'll definitely help you out, walk you through. We'll walk you through the plan. We'll come up with a budget that's tailor-made just for you and your family, and we'll get you started. Okay. Again, the link is at the bottom of the screen for your quick 10-minute consultation. Get you started, get you in the right path. Basically, it's a 2-meeting process. The first consultation is very quick, 10 minutes or less. We talk to you about, we gather some information from you, tell you what we're going to need when we run the numbers about your budget and finances, gather up your bills, simple things like that. And then the next conversation, we go to work and we put the plan together for you, and we show you a plan that you can afford. So don't hesitate. If you're tired of being in debt and you're ready to change it and do something about it, grab the link on the screen there. Grab the link and set up your consultation. We'll be waiting for you. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you there. I'll be there, me and my team, and we'll be there to help you. Thanks a lot for all your time, and I will